of this? Why burning down the whole community? You see Rufai there is already the ethnic tone, which is actually re-echoed on social media.
I want
Boko Haram.
Why won't it echo and re-echo? When the supposed officer of the Nigerian army publicly told the media that a repentant Boko Haram can become your president, and he didn't even flinch. And there are mad people that agreed. Yes, now. At least if they have repented and they go back to school and it can be a House of Rep member, it can be a lawmaker, it can be a governor. Baba, I did the same country with people where they think like that. Oh, everywhere where you see me, you are supposed to give me a hug. See, listen to me if you are a non-Nigerian watching me right now. Wherever you see Nigerians, okay, I'm not talking about those ones that proud Nigerians from abroad. Those are useless ones, okay? I'm talking about real people who are like the victims of the contraption. You see anybody that that, okay, well, this one, then give them a hug. You need to give them a hug and just be like, you have been through a lot, oh. You are going through a lot, oh. Are you also living in that country where people said Tifnubu convinced them, and that is why they believe that Tifnubu will change Nigeria, and they voted for him? Are you from that country? Say yes. Are you from that country where your criminal politicians believes that Binance is the reason why your naira is falling? So if they can arrest some of them and fine them and collect some $1 billion a fine, Nigeria naira will regain its strength. Are you from that country? Say yes, I am. Are you from that country where they said repentant terrorists can become your president? Well, one did actually become the president of Nigeria. But yes, I'm also from that place. So come here, come. Man, you need a hug. You are going through a lot. Oh dear, you are going through a lot. You are from that country, yeah? Say yes, I'm from there. Oh no. There were wearies who said it was actually a great idea that the man knew what he's talking about. Murderers, terrorists. Once they lay down there, that's why I told you, majority of you are asking for military coup. My hand no deal. Because now so now they ask for military coup. Now so one terrorist go take over. Finally. Ebosabe Shekau ni Alaji Shekau. But that is that. So talking about the disjointed and misplaced contraption called Nigeria, there are those who are gathered and they call themselves patriots. Have you heard about them? Man, you got to see some of the clowns. They are like former this, former that, former this, former that. The real contributors to where Nigeria is today are those who enabled them and their friends. Now they feel like Nigeria should have a new constitution and have a referendum in it. And the reason why I knew that again, I want restructuring crooners, I want restructuring campaigners, advocates, Aregbemubu Baba Kabiru. Right. Aregbemubu Baba Kabiru is one of them. Don't shout Posha, but they say they are the patriots. Listen to them.
They used the occasion in honor of the memory of the late renowned constitutional lawyer Ben Nwabeze to address the current challenges faced in the country.
The present 1999 Constitution, as amended, not only lacks the legitimacy that flows from a democratically made constitution, has proved to be unsuitable for tackling many of the serious challenges currently confronting our country.
Federalism, true federalism, they give them power, they won't do anything. True federalism will die. Is there any true federalism again in South South? Now they cocaine. Do you not come? If you a president, any change?
Professor Mike Ezekome SAN in a keynote raised some fundamental questions bordering on a referendum, which he explained will allow the people make their inputs rather than the 1999 constitution imposed on them by the military.
Nigerians must own their own constitution through a popular referendum of the people, like was done to the Midwest Constitution on the 10th of August 1963, when it separated from Western region. Without that, we will just be on a journey to no destination.
In reaching a common ground, it was unanimously agreed by the dignitaries present that there is a need to set the template for a constitutional amendment by interfacing with the National Assembly members to pass a bill on establishing a National Referendum Commission, which President Bola Ahmed Tinubu can assent to.
There is therefore a dire need for a people-oriented constitution which will be subjected to a national referendum and will be self-enforcing.
For the National Assembly to set up, to constitute a law, a simple law, where the people will come together and make those amendments for themselves.
We can promulgate or enact a law now. In any case, we did it when we had doctrine of necessity.
It is the belief of the party.
Nuisance Lele. Nuisance Lele.
Are you with me? Did you see those faces? Ubima Judas Iscariot, Rotifmi, Amochi was there. Irokunle Oma Moshi, Amosun Ogun was there. Kayode Fayemi there. Aregbemugbo Baba Kabiru there. Tambuwa there. Abina Tambolo. Who else? Did you see James Ibori? He was there. They were honoring Ben Wabwese. I just kind of, because they mentioned referendum, say me, anyway, referendum, I want to hear what are they saying about it. So yeah, what did you say about referendum? Unfortunately, it was the clowns and the thieves that are brainstorming. It's almost nothing. But this is what Aregbe Mgbubaba Kabiru told the audience. Just talking heads.
The first motion is about democratic representation. We have been talking about form of government, constitution. How do we elect people to the parliament? Yes, globally, what we have is what we do in Nigeria. I see a fault. I see an error in it. People are elected based on residence. And with modern life, we are disconnected. Yes, in the traditional society, residence will be a forum of relationship, of engagement. In modern life, it is not. We are united more by production, through production. So, in therefore seeking appropriate democratic representation, let us look at production as the basis of representation. That's my first submission. I'm not an expert on both sides. I have looked at it. We have a best form of representation. The answer is no. People are engaged more in production, in whatever form. Let us seek out to define a way of representation that will ensure that productivity, productive acts, and those engaged in production in several forms, services, are given opportunity to elect their best to represent them. That's my first submission. The second submission of this matter is simple. It's been said that it has not been put forcibly. What is it? It is, can Nigeria survive executive presidential system? My answer is capital no. Let us agree on parliamentary system. As for what form? We have different forms of parliamentary system. We have absolute parliamentary system of the British.
Now let us go and have parliamentary system of government, or parliamentarian system of government. Yeah, that was somebody who was governor for 8 years, ran a state aground. That is Osun State. Change the name of the state so that to get the debtors, the people where they borrow them money, to get them confused. Aregbemugbana Babaka Biru borrowed money in the name of Osun State. By the time the lenders came to come and collect their money, Osun State don't change to state of Osun. So lenders were confused. The document says Osun State, 300 billion naira. Sorry, please, where is the way to Osun State? They say Osun State no day again, now state of Osun day now. They say, but the governor is Mr. Rauf Aregbemugo. They say, no, he is now Ogbeni Rauf. Rauf. We're changing him now. The only person who scam lenders can't run away. Expect his own people to live with it. Baba, first person to introduce half salary. Me take half salary in my life, nobody. Until Aregbemugbana became their governor, gave them a point more, and then all that stuff, right? Probably receiving some half salary far away. All more people they praise them. Now, some people they tell me say, "Mayegun, you don't understand. If you don't understand something, just let us explain to yourself." Explain to me. Half salary. Simply because your state is so in so much debt that all the allocation that come to your state does not come anymore. They go straight to the pocket of the lenders. Now, you are subjected to collecting half salary. That's where you will know that Nigerians are special people. Special people. A few days ago, there was a publication where they said the food inflation in Nigeria, how they affect regions and states. So the Southeast Nigeria food inflation affects them by 28%. The Southwest Nigeria food inflation affects us by 31%, which means food are more expensive in Yoruba land than in Igbo land, right? Food, like that. They did all of that. They can't do the state by state in Southwest. At the top of that chart, Osun State have the highest cost of food inflation in Yoruba land at 33 point something %. I saw one Osun boy jump there and say, Osun onírèlè láíláí. Okay, tente, Osun lókè tente ni l'Osun wà. That they are the number one. Where the poverty will actually hitting people more. You see all this complaint that where everybody is complaining, lamenting. It's different. So you get great everywhere. Sure you get. In Yoruba land, now for Osun State, a tough pass. And people keep wondering why. Now, so one Osun boy jumped there and said, Osun le tente, look, number one. That's part of what they have done to us. Here you get now. So I have seen people who have who have told me, I say, you shouldn't have salary you they collect. Yes, I am proud. I am proud of Ogbeni. What Ogbeni has done for our state, nobody has ever done that in our life. Ogbeni did Kinika say, Say yes. All of you outsider from Osun say you don't understand. You don't understand how we ended up collecting half salary. The half salary, they didn't even pay them as well. Long story short, long. At the end of the day, Aregbemugo Baba Kabiru is now the advocate for referendum, new constitution, parliamentary system of government. In this world, in this life, you go see. Shebi, you heard them mention Nadeko, Amochi, that is the Ubima Judas Iscariot, the one that emptied the pocket, the wallet of a River State government to bring Bokwari to power. The guy that came second to Tifnumbu, and it was pretty much like it was never part of their presidential primary. The man that was so close to becoming APC, Egbekegbe's presidential candidate, Ubima Judas Iscariot, Rotif Miyamochi. Now he's there too, talking about we was all lies. I saw them and I said, since they mentioned referendum, before they commercialize this thing now, because they go soon commercialize them, they go soon they do meeting here and there. Kayode Fayemi, 8 years governor in Ekiti. After Fayemi, Ekiti people they sell vote on credit. But I would tell my children, and say, more what is that, daddy? People they sell their vote. You know, when I was growing up, right? People sell their vote and collect money. 100 naira, 200 naira, 500 naira, 1,000 naira, wrapper, salt, sugar, you know, Fanta. And they sell their vote for 4 years. But I've never seen people who sold their own vote on credit. Like, you know what, LOD, we'll give all of you 1,000 naira. How many are you? We are 50. 50. That's 50,000. Go and vote and come back. We'll do it on credit. Once the money is available, we'll pay you. Papa, they don't pay them till today. Ekiti, that where Fayemi was their governor, is the poorest state in Yoruba land. Ekiti. And they will tell you, this is supposed to be a place where every household, every family then get professor die. You know that way they brag about professor until INEC of Nigeria came and we started seeing professors when if you read on national TV. Professor will write result. Professor wrote result of election. Now for the professor to now announce that result on TV, problem. Illiterate professor, you go call them, but they are not illiterate now. Corruption. Corruption will blind you, become blind. You can't see clearly anymore. Here you get. That was where Fayemi came from. Oh. And this was supposed to be those who are, you see what they do right now? That time, Fayemi and his gang, that's what they were doing in London. But it's a different one because their own was like, pretty much like, you know, funded with drug money. Tifnumbu said drug money and others because there was an end goal. Here you get. Abiola must be made the president. Story long ago, but now, 11th hour, the likes of Fayemi want to tell us that we need a parliamentary system of government. 8 years governor, 8 years, okay, maybe 4 years minister. What else again? They are there, whatever it is. I promise that you should not just overlook them more. Because, you know, some of you who have been saying, this issue of let's break up and break up. Now, is it not this same set of people that will come and control the new countries? And now, you see, this is how they will end up controlling the new countries. So, even though it's not going to happen, I'm a parawani. That's last thing that these people will happen, right? I'm a parawa last thing. But here, once they begin to organize meetings and they begin to pick on our own advocacies here and there, you know, they have the money. They have already amassed the money. The money they have can bring any government down. Do you understand that now? So what they do is that they are going to warm themselves straight into our hearts again. Because Abba, they organize a symposium. And at that symposium, it is the conversation around new constitution, referendum, and how the young people will have to begin the mobilization. In fact, there is a name for this arrangement. It's called Agbajowo, Together and. Together and. And the key speaker or other people who are part of it, they are your former looters, former governors, former ministers, former criminals that you knew. And they are there. And you believe that at least they are now with us. Now, this team is strong. That's how they end up taking over any new country. You eventually, because they will become people who play key roles. That's how they insatiate themselves into the picture. Abi, people will destroy Nigeria. They do meeting to discuss that Nigeria is destroyed. And for Nigeria not to be destroyed, they have a new idea. Hear that idea not go appeal to some of you? When you attend this meeting, attend that software, this one, that one, and then you meet Zaregbe Mugbo there. You are meeting all these rogues there, but they speak so well. They take pictures, they sign autographs and say, we need to rescue our country. They even come before you and say, I am one of those who destroyed this country, but we must do everything to ensure that we get ourselves. And you say, oh, wow. I didn't know this. Such a very brilliant man, Sha. Mayegun, I did not know that Amosun is such a very, very calm human being. I met him at a symposium organized for the that's so that they do. Anyway, about the real one, know they greet them. Imagine you should be with it now. We all agree, yes, say everywhere you see them or when you get your chance, so tear their clothes if you can. And I got a message after that. I said, Mayegun, do you mind? You need to tell people that you didn't mean it. Okay. So they won't say, you're asking people to slap anybody when they tell them, see me them pro for Nigeria. Just maybe you should just tell your friends, tell everybody that you didn't mean violence. Say, Aba, that we are confessing Sonny be per se, it's because of YouTube, It's not because of what do you call it? It's not because of these rogues or any of lawlessness that we know in Nigeria. I know just one call you can they shout like, oh yeah, go on, Leon, Shawon, so wherever you say, yeah, shoot them, punch them, and all of them. If I call you, can they say that one, we go to get issue. It's either you will see me this week, you won't see me next week. You see me next week, you won't see me the upper week. And we don't like that. So there are ways we can deliver the message that I don't have to use all my mouth to say it. Baba, you get me? No, they catch feelings for your oppressors simply because they seem to be aligning with you again. No. These are sharks. These are hawks. I'm talking about these are dangerous animals. And they are animals. Here you get. So I don't have to come here and tell you, you know what to do if you can. Look around, look around, look around. Your fall down, then fall down. Come like you have a concussion or you have a, what is that thing called again? Giri. There's something called giri. Sure, you see Aregbe Mugbo is there and all of that, Lauri more glasses, so Aregbe Mugbo get glasses for it, You actually been to fake kini. Thank you so much. Sorry, can I take a vision? Bah! I fold you more glass in at all of you like bye, Then you fall down. Now people go to try rescue you. By then, glass the one who you tear until wiped on my below. I don't need to tell you, or you got no supposed to tell you everything. So yeah, when you see these rogues, this is how they try to insatiate themselves back into your space. Now you go come, they say, he's so calm now. Oh, I can't believe he's such a. You won't believe it. Oh, I saw Amechi yesterday. If you see how humble, so then, what you want making they do? You want Amechi to begin what? To begin to say, oh, please. Now you go show them, say, oh, see, yeah. So yeah, but not do anything. Maybe say no go hit somebody. Maybe say if he grab you back, he himself is alone to beat you up. My hand no did that one. No, look well before you try anything. But the point here is this: they are going to be forming. They even call themselves patriots. Baba, people who looted Nigeria in their different capacity, they call themselves patriots. Patriotic people. I right. I will ask. Just reason. So what I'm trying to say is that do not make yourself susceptible to their manipulation. Okay, do not think that they are not also reading the room. If the momentum for self-determination becomes so undeniable anymore, you will see your politicians that will join us. Yes, they will join us. Somebody sent me a message and said, Mayegun, what about the Yoruba, the Fulanis that are already speaking Yoruba? So this conference you want to host in Glasgow in August, how are you going to differentiate who is Yoruba, who is Fulani? I'll tell you something. Majority of Yorubas are not paranoid about Fulanis. We are not that worried in that regard. Sure you get. So if any Fulani decided to attend a Yoruba conference, maybe he's an observer. Here you get. So you're not going to attend a conference of the Yorubas and say, oh, I went there to, it's a conference, it's not a secret court or secret meeting. Are you with me? So I don't think we are. We are only concerned about the ones that are really armed terrorists in our forest, okay? And that is why those who are limiting us or trying to cut us down from even pursuing them are not even Fulanis themselves. They are Yorubas. So do you know that our own, pretty much our worries and our concerns, it should be more on those who are giving the Fulani terrorists in Yoruba land protection. And the protection I mean is the free hand, the ones that would punish Yorubas for a murderous Fulani. So don't bring that paranoia mentality. This is UK, okay? So if you're a Fulani, if you are Igbo, you are welcome. Join us. It's called conference, something you are all going to see in your bedroom anyway. So if somebody who can just turn on their own TV and watch it, Fulani, will travel down to Glasgow from wherever you are from, whether you are speaking Yoruba or you are speaking Igbo, who gives a fuck? So I am not that paranoid. I don't know about others. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good
Mr.
afternoon,
the
Baba.
General.
How are you?
I'm fine. This is Bright. I'm calling from Italy.
Bright. Bright.
Mayego.
Go on.
Yeah. Mayego. You see, lately I've been thinking so deep lately. You know, so deep. I'm going to talk generally about situations around us as Nigerians today because do you know I came to Europe in my 20s. And the reason I left was because I saw the future for myself that there was no way I could make it in the Nigerian system. There was no way. And to even make it worse, I was the eldest of my family. So as an African person, you know what it is, especially when you are a male child. And I decided to say, okay, even though one of my parents was already living here, but I said, okay, let me join and see what I can do for myself. And maybe before then, we will all come home and live in this paradise of everybody's dream. And that is the Nigeria of the future. But do you know that I'm heading towards my 50s now? I'm looking towards my 50s. I'm already on the road to my 50s. And everything is getting worse and worse and worse. And I continue to think, am I sure I'm going to see that Nigeria of my dream in my time? Because
I'm so sorry to sort of break your heart, sir. Brighto, you are not going to see anything that is.
No, I believe that 100%. You can, anybody can take you to the bank and go and cash in. I don't doubt that because there is no way, there is no mathematics, there is no further math you are going to solve that you are going to arrive at in Nigeria becoming great in the nearest future. It's very, very difficult.
It's not sustainable.
There is nobody.
You cannot run a country this way. It's not possible.
No.
Yeah, it's just a matter of time.
It's impossible. And you see the reason, there's a lot of reasons for that. Nigeria is a very big country, it's a very great country. It's a country that is like it's like when some people will say traditionally that, oh, this person, we don't see future, it will be better. So no, we put for a body, make it not better. I see Nigeria like that globally. If you look at what is trending globally now, there is no platform that you go. Do you know that even in Hollywood movies in the United States, there are some episodes, sometimes they will even include Nigeria scripts on it. That is to tell you that Nigeria is okay. Nigeria is already something. It's already something that is kind of is very important to everybody, whether the good, the bad, the ugly. Nigeria is very important to all of them. And that is why the reason why we cannot live where we are. And that is why these people, these politicians, they are going to hold power for a long, long time until somebody who has 7 heads come and say, no, the system has to be hold. Because I saw you playing that forum that these people were there saying referendum. And this is the way they use, or these politicians and the same so-called pastors, the way they use. They will look at the dynamics, they will look at what is going on around the Nigerian space, what the people are having in mind. They will use it to now brainwash the people again and say, okay, now we want to move referendum, so that the people will like embrace them again and say, oh, they are listening to us.
No,
So they are the
yes,
Messiah now.
they
They
are
are
coming
saying,
together. It's on our
oh,
side.
oh, they will capture you again. And all these roles, if you look at it the other way, Nigeria is already, it's another way of pre-colonization, because these people, all the people you see there, all these elites, they are all affiliated to one fraternity in this place that we all live. Take it or leave it. They are all affiliated.
Yes.
They are all linked up to these white people. And that is why they have that power so much that whatever they do, nobody can bring them to book, because they have their own masters in this diaspora that we live in. Because you cannot expect somebody like Nnamdi Kanu to still be in the dungeon as we speak. Somebody who is said to be a British citizen. And these same people who call themselves the white people, they are the same people to throw their towel when Bazoum of Niger was put out of office and say, no, it's impossible. Human rights violation. We must do something about it. So who is now talking for Nnamdi Kanu as a British citizen? Who is talking for him? Nobody. Because if you look at history,
his case was raised inside the parliament here in the UK, right? That was the list of it. That was the most they went.
No, it's a script. It's a script just to buy time, just as if we take it serious. We don't take it serious. Because if you look at history, there is no activist in Africa that want to put